draft to publish, and there we go. Now we can test it. All right, let's test it. The way this tool works is that it grabs the number from the caller using this variable right here, which is a dynamic variable. So this variable, basically what dynamic means is that this changes depending on the user calling. But in the meantime, when we are testing it, we don't want to be depending on the number of the one calling, because right now we're just testing it in the web view. We're not actually calling. To fix that, instead of dynamic variable, I'm basically just going to take a screenshot of this so I have it for later, because we're going to be changing this back at one point. But in the meantime, we can change it to a constant value, and this constant value will be our test number. So I'm actually going to test this entire flow that we've created now, this entire tool, with my own number. I have another sub account inside of Go High Level that's called Shiney.ai, and inside of here I have a US number, so we can test it with an actual US number. So I'm going to paste this in. Going to remove all of these dashes like this. So it's just a straight formatted US number like this. And then I'm going to click save. Cool. We'll keep tuning this voice agent so it sounds exactly like we want it to. But I want to get this deployed so it's ready to go and ready to show the client at some point. The way we do that is that we go under deploy right here on the left-hand side, go inside of channels. And then you can see that we can connect it to our phone, either via Twilio, Telnix, or SIP trunk, which basically means that we can deploy it to a virtual phone number, which is what we want to do. So I'm going to click on this right here, and then we're going to click import number and choose Twilio. I'm going to call this main number. And if you don't have a Twilio account already, that's where you go in and create a Twilio account. Twilio is basically a paid service that allows us to have virtual numbers. So we can either text from these numbers, we can also call with these numbers. And that's actually also what Go High Level is based on. Go High Level also has a Twilio connection. So I'm going to go in, I'm going to go to my dashboard, account dashboard, and I'm going to scroll down, and you can see it shows the account SID, it shows the auth token, and it shows the phone number. So the first thing we need is the phone number. I'm going to click copy right here. Then we're going to paste it in. We need to format it correctly. You can see we already have the +1 right here. So I can remove that, copy this instead, and then insert it where it says phone number, and now you can see it is formatted correctly. Now we need the Twilio account SID. We get that by going inside of account SID right here, copying this one, and then choosing enter account SID and then pasting it. And the last thing we need to do is to insert the auth token, and when you have done that, then we can click import. Now you can see our main number has now been imported. We can now assign it to an agent, so I can click on the no agent right here and instead choose Jessica from DD, stands for Design Detailing, our client. Click on this, and now we can say, okay, how do we want to split the traffic? For now, we're just going to choose the default, which is the traffic split. And that is what we said earlier inside of the agent. We said, how should the traffic be split inside of branches? And you can see right now it's splitting between main and test. For now, I just want to do all on main. So I'm going to click edit traffic split and then set main to get 100% of the traffic. Click deploy. And now our AI is actually deployed on this phone number. So it's going to start picking up phone calls when someone calls it. Cool. That is the first agent done. 1 out of 3. And the great thing is that the second agent that we're going to be creating very soon, we're going to basically base it on this agent that already exists. We've done all of the hard work of finding the voice. The next thing we just have to do is just change the conversation flow with this agent right here. We can also utilize the same tool because it's going to book the appointments the same way. It's going to book them via the same agent link right here. It just has to have a different kind of conversation flow. This has to be more educating rather than just like, okay, you signed up from Facebook ads, let's book you in straight away. This one has to be, oh, we have this offer going on right now. It's a summer special, blah, blah, blah. So that is what we'll be building next. Cool.